Stop whatever you're doing right now. Look at me, Gemini. You didn't click on this video by chance, and the algorithm didn't bring you here. The exact moment of your cycle, the exact weight you've been carrying in silence, and the exact relief you've been waiting for brought you to this screen. I can feel the exhaustion you've been hiding. I see the quiet frustration of watching everything almost happen and then slip away. But that cycle of almost is ending today, and what I'm about to reveal will finally explain why things had to stall before they could align. You thought it was just a string of bad luck, or that you weren't trying hard enough when everything kept stalling at the last second. But it was never your lack of effort. It is an invisible siege of spiritual envy acting right before the finish line, trying to delay what was always yours. For years, the envy of others tried to build dams to block your flow, forcing your energy into a subterranean river where no one could see it. Now, the karmic window is shifting, and the alignment you are feeling is the universe finally breaking that siege so your light can move forward unprotected by shadows. You will understand why the most important doors in your life always seem to close right before you could walk through them. You will discover the exact signs that this invisible siege is finally breaking. You will learn how to identify the subtle energy drains that have been masking themselves as simple exhaustion. You will see how to seal your energy so this new alignment cannot be touched or reversed by anyone's silent envy. And before this message closes, I will say a sentence about your life that you will carry with you for the next few months. I am not here to convince you of anything. The truth doesn't need to be defended, it only needs to be recognized. Have you ever felt that there is a strange, heavy pressure on your life that increases precisely when things start to fall into place, as if every step forward you take is being watched a little too closely? As if something deep inside you knows that not every look directed at you is rooting for your success, but your mind just hasn't been able to accept it? And what if this sequence of delays at the finish line, friendships turning cold, unexplained exhaustion, and doors slamming shut at the last second isn't a coincidence, but a sign that the universe is trying to show you the spiritual envy surrounding your Gemini path? Because while many pretend that envy doesn't exist, few realize that every delayed phase can carry an unspoken stare, an invisible chain, and a spiritual siege that hasn't been cut yet. But what if the massive turning point lies in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me. Why does everything stall in my life right when it's about to work out? And what if every project that died the night before, every compliment that came with a bitter aftertaste, every time someone vanished when you succeeded, every heavy energy after certain meetings, and this constant sensation of being watched too closely were signs of a spiritual envy you have ignored for too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret of the Universe to Keep Envy Away from Gemini's Life. This book is not just a reading, it is a revelation created for Gemini who wish to understand exactly where this energy that stalls your journey comes from, cut the invisible ties of envy, the evil eye and silent sabotage, push this energy away from your life for good, so you can rise as light as you were born to be. Many Geminis already feel they need to protect themselves from this energy that surrounds them, but still haven't made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But attention, the access could be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform your entire energetic field. Do not wait for one more victory to stall at the 11th hour to seek protection. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the envy that tried to dim your light might be the exact proof that the universe has prepared a brilliance for you that is simply too large to pass unnoticed. You are still processing this right now, with that shiver of recognition on the back of your neck. If this first word has already touched something inside you, write "My light is mine" down below. Not for me, but because another Gemini who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This path of protection has a map, and it is already within your reach in the first pinned comment. We will return to it shortly because you need this armor, and if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I do not receive a single cent for any of these messages I deliver here every day, nothing at all. And even so, they keep coming out every day for you and for every Gemini who still needs to be reached. If at some point your heart wishes to return a little of what it received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand today, any amount your heart points to. This is what keeps this channel standing. This is what makes the next message reach another Gemini tomorrow, exactly as it reached you today. I am waiting for you there, Gemini. I haven't told you the most important thing yet. There are 4 signs that this invisible siege is already acting upon you, and you will recognize at least one. I haven't told you the most important thing yet. We need to lower the volume of the outside world for just a second. The alignment you are waiting for is absolutely real. But to finally let it in, you must first recognize how the block has been operating in the shadows of your daily life. I'm going to show you the 4 signs that this invisible siege is already acting upon you, and as I speak, you will recognize at least one of them immediately. Notice how your body reacts to what I'm about to say now. Pay attention to your shoulders, to that subtle tension you carry right at the base of your neck without even realizing it. Because what you are about to hear is the absolute validation of every instinct you have been questioning lately. The first sign is the bitter compliment. It is that sudden, inexplicable drop in your stomach at 2:00 p.m. on a Tuesday, right after someone smiled and congratulated you on a small win, but the air in the room suddenly felt unnervingly cold. That wasn't insecurity, Gemini. That was your energetic field warning you that not every smile is actually rooting for you. You called it your own paranoia, but the universe called it sharp, undeniable intuition. The second sign is the unexplained drain. It is that heavy, paralyzing exhaustion that hits you at 8:00 p.m. on a Friday, right after you shared a new idea with someone you thought was a true friend. For some of you, this appeared as a sudden isolation. Friends who stopped calling right when your light started to expand. For others, it looked like a profound internal quiet, a complete loss of interest in the environments you used to engage in. That wasn't just a long week. You called it physical exhaustion. But the universe called it a silent, energetic drain. The third sign is the last-minute wall. It is that exact moment on a Thursday morning when a deal, a promise, or an opportunity that was 99% guaranteed suddenly fell through with absolutely no logical explanation. It makes you feel like you didn't try hard enough. But that wasn't your fault. That was the invisible siege stepping directly in front of your victory. You called it bad luck at the finish line, but the universe called it a spiritual siege. The fourth sign is the sudden need to hide. It is that strange, heavy pressure you felt last weekend to delete a post, quiet your voice, or downplay your own happiness because you felt an unspoken stare resting heavily on your back. That wasn't humility. That was your soul trying to duck for cover to avoid being seen by the wrong eyes. You called it a sudden delay in your confidence, but the universe called it a protective pause before the siege was broken. All of these signs have a common origin, and it has a specific ancient name. But before the name, you need something else. There is a path of protection, and I am going to open it right now before the name, before the word. Because whoever carries the weight of this invisible siege needs relief before receiving the revelation. Stay here. And this is exactly where the path of protection opens. The signs that just hit you did not hit you by chance, Gemini. You have been carrying this silent burden for far too long, pretending that the resistance you face is just a normal part of the process. You know exactly what it feels like. That cold weight settling on your shoulders, that isn't just exhaustion. It's a field closing in on you every time your light dares to grow. You have felt it in the quiet hours of the night, as if your own mind is trying to convince you that you don't deserve the alignment that is arriving. This isn't imposter syndrome. This isn't just physical exhaustion. This is the universe teaching you to shield the alignment before the siege can touch it. I have seen Geminis who are exactly where you are right now. I have watched brilliant, radiant souls who possess a magnetism that naturally draws the world in. But I have also watched them systematically shrink into the background because the gaze of others became too heavy to bear. They started apologizing for their own brilliance. They started making their successes smaller, quieter, almost invisible, just so the room wouldn't feel uncomfortable. And I am telling you this because I have watched them let the siege win, stepping back from their own destiny just to keep the fragile peace with people who secretly resented their glow. But it doesn't have to be this way for you. The doors that shut at the 11th hour, the friendships that froze when your light expanded, the exhausting sensation of carrying stairs that no one will admit to. You cannot keep living at the mercy of this invisible resistance. Envy only has power while it operates in the shadows. A siege instantly crumbles the moment you look it in the eye and call it by its name. And that is exactly why I am pointing you to this digital book called The Great Secret of the Universe to Keep Envy Away from Gemini's Life. This is not a generic read or a simple collection of positive affirmations. It is the absolute spiritual armory you need right now to recognize the signs of the siege before it closes in return. Every heavy stare to its sender, protect every single victory before you announce it to the world. It is the profound understanding of how to blind the heavy eyes that have been tracking your progress. This cosmic window does not wait, and the massive alignment you are entering requires immediate shielding. Because every day without this path is another heavy stare you absorb in silence. Every week you delay is another vital project inexplicably stalling right at the finish line. Every single cycle you let pass without sealing your energetic field is another massive blessing pushed back into the shadows, delayed by a siege you already had the power to break. The book is available right now in the first pinned comment. Download it immediately, while this word is still alive and vibrating inside your chest. Do not let tomorrow's mundane doubts convince you to stay unprotected. This is about securing the complete energetic shielding of this alignment that only this specific path maps out entirely. You are standing at the edge of the subterranean river, Gemini. For years they tried to dam your waters, forcing your brilliance deep underground where no one could see it. They threw weeds over your walls, hoping to poison the roots of what you were quietly building in the dark. But the roots of your garden were too deep. A river like yours never truly stops flowing. It simply builds immense pressure in the dark. And right now that pressure is finally breaking through the soil. You are washing away the poison they tried to feed you. You are reclaiming the space that was always yours by divine right. The intense relief you are feeling in your chest right now is not an illusion. It is the universe confirming that the siege is breaking and your light is finally rising above the walls they built. You are breathing your own air again. And as I told you earlier, Gemini, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that voluntary donation link open right below the book. I still do not receive a single cent for each message that goes out from here to you. That is why this link exists, so that another Gemini tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today. Any amount your heart points to. Each gesture like this keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach whoever needs it, exactly as it reached you today. What acts against you has a shape, and it has a deadline. And now, with the path laid out before you, the name descends. What has been standing between you and the finish line is not a string of bad luck. It is not your own lack of effort or some fatal flaw in your timing, and it is certainly not a coincidence. It is the heavy, stagnant energy of the Vascania, the ancient weight of the envious eye. For years, this invisible siege has operated in the shadows, trying to build dams to block your flow. But what you are entering right now in this exact cosmic window is the karmic realignment. It is the specific moment in time where this heavy energy is forcibly removed from your path by the universe, allowing the natural flow of your destiny to resume. The karmic realignment is the moment the subterranean river of your energy finally breaks through the surface, washing away every dam they built to keep you hidden. During this specific window, the universe is actively clearing the room so the alignment can enter without being watched. You have lived so long under this pressure that you unconsciously adapted to it. You became the exhausted bridge. You are the one who carried everyone else's weight across the turbulent river. When they were stuck in their own chaos, they came to you. You gave them your time, your brilliant ideas, your endless empathy, and you made sure they reached the other side safely. You absorbed their panic and gave them back peace, but when it was your turn to cross, when you needed just a single hand to pull you up the steep bank, you were left to swim alone in the cold, rushing currents. You felt the freezing water pulling at your tired legs, while those you helped simply watched from the dry shore, offering empty words but no real action. That wasn't just an imbalance in your friendships, Gemini. That was the siege actively isolating you making sure your energy was entirely spent on others so you had nothing left for your own ascent. That is exactly where you are right now, Gemini. But a bridge that carries everyone else eventually begins to crack under the weight, and this karmic realignment is the universe finally closing that bridge for repairs. You are no longer required to carry anyone else's bags across the water. I saw you swallow the good news at that table because something warned you it wasn't safe. I watched you carry the crushing weight of conversations you never had, just to keep a fragile peace with people who secretly drain you. You did not fail, and you are not broken. You were simply trying to bloom in a garden that was being poisoned from the outside. And now, I am washing that poison away so you can finally breathe. There is a man who carried this exact same invisible siege for years. He was brilliant, constantly innovating, and possessed a mind that saw solutions long before anyone else did. But every single time he was about to step into the light, something inexplicable pulled him back into the shadows. His most important projects would stall right before the launch. His vital connections would suddenly fade into silence. The exhaustion he felt was not from the work itself, but from the invisible resistance he had to push through every single day. And then, he stopped apologizing for his light. He stopped sharing his next moves with people who offered bitter smiles and hollow congratulations. He erected a silent, energetic wall around his life. What changed in him wasn't his immense talent. It was his boundaries. He stopped letting the heavy eyes sit at his table, and suddenly the alignment he had been waiting for all those years just arrived, rushing in like a flood. He didn't have to work harder. He just had to stop the silent drain. You are feeling the weight of this right now. You can feel your chest physically expanding as you hear these words, recognizing the exact heavy stares you have been absorbing in silence for so long. You are breathing a little deeper now, finally understanding that the delays were never a punishment. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name on it. You have finally recognized the weight you have been carrying in silence. But to truly understand why the siege chose you in the first place, we must look at who you became while surviving it. The resistance didn't target your weakness. It targeted your immense power. You became the hidden luminary. Gemini senses the subtle shift in the room before a single word is spoken. Gemini feels the sudden coldness when their joy takes up too much space. And so, you learned to dim your own light just so others wouldn't have to squint. You made your victories smaller, your voice quieter, and your presence less intimidating, carrying the deep vulnerability of someone who believes that shining too brightly will only invite sudden isolation. But you didn't hide out of fear, Gemini. You hid to protect what was sacred from the heavy eyes that couldn't handle your glow. You became the exhausted bridge. You are the one who carried everyone else's heavy weight across the rushing river. You absorbed their panic, solved their crises, and handed them back absolute peace. But when it was your turn to cross, when you simply needed a hand to pull you up the steep bank, you were left to swim entirely alone in the freezing currents. Your silent vulnerability is the quiet, unspoken hope that just once someone would turn around and carry you. Yet you never asked for the rescue. Gemini sustains the immense weight in silence without ever demanding applause, and ultimately, you are the unbroken mirror. You are the one who is finally learning to reflect the bitter envy back to its sender, instead of absorbing it deep into your own chest. For years you swallowed the heavy stares, believing their poison was your own personal flaw. But now you are standing tall, reflecting their unspoken insecurities back at them, completely unbroken by the very forces that spent years trying to shatter you in the dark. Take a deep breath and notice your chest right now. Feel that sudden radiating warmth expanding exactly where the heavy, breathless pressure used to be. That heat has a name. It is your undeniable sovereignty returning to you. You are seeing yourself perfectly in these three reflections, and for the first time in a very long time, you are not apologizing for any of them. You survived the invisible siege, and your light is still entirely yours. You are no longer the hidden luminary, but stepping into this new light requires armor. This identity that has just been declared over you must be fiercely sustained, because a Gemini who knows their own value without knowing the siege that surrounds them will eventually return to carrying stares that do not belong to them. To keep that armor intact, You need the tools inside this digital book called The Great Secret of the Universe to Keep Envy Away from Gemini's Life. It is waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. This is the exact moment to seal the cracks in your aura, identify the silent drains in your circle, lock the doors that envy uses to enter. You must step into tomorrow completely shielded, sustaining the unbreakable identity that has just been declared over your life. Do not wait for the heavy stare to return to uphold what was just declared over you. Secure your protection today, so that your brilliance never has to be dimmed again. I promised I would return to this. I need to show you exactly how this invisible siege will try to find other cracks in the wall, because it will try. Because the moment you break the initial barrier, the envy doesn't just evaporate, it changes tactics. It will try to slip in through the back door, using 3 specific methods to test your new boundaries in the coming days. The first tactic is the doubt that mimics your own voice. It is that sudden, quiet whisper in your mind telling you that this alignment is simply too good to be true, or that you should prepare for the inevitable drop. That is not your intuition, Gemini. That is the siege trying to make you reject your own victory before it even lands in your hands. When you feel this subtle sabotage, you must use your first weapon. Your verbal declaration is, "My light belongs to me." And your physical action is to wear something bright when you feel that sudden heavy urge to hide in the background. Do not let their doubt dress you in shadows. The second tactic is the sudden reappearance of an old drain. For some of you, this will look like someone from your past texting you just to check in, right at the exact moment you start to rise. They aren't checking in on your well-being. Their stagnant energy is checking to see if the door is still open to siphon your light. When this happens, use your second weapon. Your verbal declaration is, "I do not accept this heavy gaze." Your physical action is to wash your hands with cold water immediately after that draining interaction, visualizing the freezing water cleanly severing the energetic cord they tried to reattach. The third tactic is the intense urge to shrink back and hide your success the precise moment someone gives you a bitter compliment. It is that conditioned instinct to downplay your massive leap forward just to keep their fragile ego intact. Do not apologize for your height. When you feel the air in the room turn unnervingly cold, use your third weapon. Your verbal declaration is, "The siege is closed." Your physical action is to physically lock your front door with the conscious, deliberate intention of locking out any heavy negative energy that tries to follow you home. I can give you these 3 weapons, but the siege will try to find other cracks in the wall. These 3 steps protect you from what I managed to show you today. But this karmic cycle has far more layers than can fit in a single video. Because when the compliment arrives with a bitter taste, when the project stalls again, right at the end, when the nameless exhaustion returns after certain encounters, you cannot be left trying to figure out what to do entirely on your own. You cannot keep guessing how to protect your own brilliance. And I am not rushing you, I am warning you, because the rest of the armory is inside this digital book called The Great Secret of the Universe to Keep Envy Away from Gemini's Life. It is waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. This is the complete map of the protection you need, so this invisible siege never catches you off guard again. You need to map out the hidden traps, shield your next step, secure the alignment that is finally yours. This cosmic window does not wait, and the energetic boundaries you establish today are what will guarantee your peace tomorrow. Do not wait for the next invisible siege to finally open the map. Secure your armory right now. And now, I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. Drop your shoulders right now. Unclench your jaw. That subtle, heavy tension you carry at the base of your neck, the one you thought was just a permanent part of who you are. Let it go. Breathe in deeply and exhale slowly. You have been holding your breath for so long, waiting for the other shoe to drop, constantly bracing yourself for the next sudden delay at the finish line. But the delay is over, Gemini. You do not have to brace for impact anymore. This is the precise moment the subterranean river breaks the surface. You don't have to fight the invisible current anymore. You don't have to nervously scan the room to see who is watching you with a bitter smile. And you don't have to apologize for the space you are about to take up. You just have to stand completely still and let the rushing water wash the heavy, poisoned soil away. I want you to close your eyes right now. Breathe in, deeply. I want you to visualize that heavy gray cord that has been attached to the back of your neck, the cord that has been feeding you doubt, draining your energy, and keeping you tied to the siege. See it clearly. Now, imagine a brilliant, blinding white light forming in your hand like a blade. With one swift motion, I want you to see yourself cutting that cord. Feel the sudden rush of warmth flooding your shoulders. Feel the weight lifting off your chest. Your lungs can finally expand. The field around you is instantly turning to a vibrant gold. The siege is broken. You are breathing your own air again. Now, it is time to empty your hands completely. Let go of every look you absorbed in silence just to keep the fragile peace. Let go of every step you delayed because someone else wasn't ready to walk forward with you. Let go of every time you dimmed your light just to make the people around you feel more comfortable in the dark. Let go of the heavy, unspoken guilt of leaving behind those who only wanted you around when you were shrinking. That weight is no longer yours to carry. You are activating a new impenetrable identity today. You are no longer the hidden luminary, stepping into the background to avoid the heavy eyes. You are the radiant center of your own life, unapologetic and fiercely bright. You are no longer the exhausted bridge, breaking your back to carry everyone else's weight across the rushing river. You are standing on solid ground, walking into your own alignment with light hands. You are the unbroken mirror, finally reflecting every ounce of silent envy back to its sender, completely untouched by the shadows they tried to throw over your walls. You are still processing this shift right now, feeling that undeniable heat spreading through your chest as you realize you have finally crossed the water. Before we seal this, write down below the name of someone you are carrying through this crossing. Or, if this is for you, write in one sentence what you are expecting the universe to return to you. I will read it, and you won't write it alone. Do not release this energy yet. We are not done. Stay with me. Let a shield be placed over your home tonight, keeping every envious eye completely blind to your joy. Let a seal be placed over your hidden efforts, protecting the work no one else sees. Let a boundary be placed over the alignment that is rushing toward you, so no heavy energy can ever delay it again. I have watched you carry the exhaustion of the almost for so long, assuming that every door slamming shut at the 11th hour was a reflection of your own inadequacy. I saw you questioning your own value, wondering why you had to work twice as hard just to reach a finish line that always seemed to move right before you crossed it. But I did not create those delays to punish you. I allowed the pause because the path ahead of you was surrounded by a spiritual siege that needed to be starved out. I saw you swallow the good news at that table because something warned you it wasn't safe. I felt the sudden drop in your chest when that bitter compliment landed, and I watched you quiet your own voice just to make sure the people around you wouldn't feel uncomfortable with your brilliance. You thought you were just being humble, but I saw you ducking for cover from an energy that was actively trying to siphon your light. Every project that died the night before, every friendship that suddenly froze, every heavy, paralyzing exhaustion that hit you after a simple conversation, none of that was physical burnout. It was the precise weight of the heavy stairs trying to dam your subterranean river. I was allowing you to feel that pressure, so you would finally realize how much of your energy was leaking into the hands of silent observers. You were never paranoid, Gemini. When your energetic field warned you that the smile across the room wasn't rooting for you, you were completely right. I gave you that sharp, undeniable intuition, not so you would live in fear, but so you would learn how to erect a silent wall. The karmic window has shifted, and the vacuum I created around you was not an isolation to leave you lonely. I was actively clearing the room. I removed the heavy eyes from your table, so the tangible promise I have written for your life could finally enter unprotected by shadows. The doubt that mimics your own voice closes here. The sudden reappearance of an old drain closes here. The intense urge to shrink back and hide your success closes here. Gemini has never been half of anything. Gemini is not envied for being light. Gemini is envied for carrying two worlds where others can barely hold one. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you, I saw you swallow the good news at that table because something warned you it wasn't safe. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing this. What was cut here is real. But tomorrow morning the world will try to convince you that nothing changed and that heavy stare will try to sit on your back again tomorrow morning. Every look you absorbed, every step you delayed, every time you dimmed your light, will try to creep back in the exact moment someone offers you a bitter compliment. You cannot walk into tomorrow empty-handed. That is why you need the complete spiritual armory waiting for you inside the digital book, called The Great Secret of the Universe to Keep Envy Away from Gemini's Life. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. This is about sustaining the impenetrable shield that was built during this crossing, so it isn't lost by tomorrow. It is the definitive guide to maintaining the boundary and keeping the heavy eyes completely blind to your success as you walk forward without the weight of the past. Do not let tomorrow test the protection that was built today. There are thousands of Geminis listening to this right now, standing in the exact same silent wave of relief as you. You are not fighting this invisible siege alone anymore. If this voice found you today, and if you felt the weight lift off your chest, subscribe to the channel. Not to be a number, but because the next message in this series is going to look exactly for those who have already crossed this first water. In the next video of this series, I am going to show you the exact sign that appears 3 days before a massive financial block is lifted, and why almost every Gemini ignores it. Do not miss it. And still in this video, Gemini, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far. You have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign, and if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment, right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees. And the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy stare tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of the universe. And it is already within your reach. The weeds they threw over your wall have been washed away, and the subterranean river has finally broken through the surface, flowing entirely under the open sun. Now, you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen. What was cut was cut. Walk light, Gemini.